super early. It's 3:30ish. My ride's gonna be here in like 20 minutes. I have to repack everything because I'm going to Austin, Texas, and I figured, hey, I've been there like twice in the last 8 months. I know the weather. I looked up the weather because I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just double check. I've already packed last night, packed all my clothes and everything, and I got repacked because it's super cold right now. When I was there, it was in the 90s and 100s. Yeah, I've never been there in February. It's freaking cold right now, so I gotta repack all my clothes, get ready to go because my ride's gonna be here in like 20 minutes. Holy crap! Oh, and it's my birthday today. I almost forgot. I packed my lens in these jeans. I was just about to chuck them. And these aren't jeans, by the way. These are shorts. Because I wasn't going to bring jeans. But I'm going to have to wear jeans because it's freaking cold there right now. I'm having trouble getting everything in the bag. I think that's gonna do it. Oh, you want to see what's in my bag? I'll show you, but I'll do that when I get there. Made it to Texas. I didn't have time to do what's in my bag, so I'm gonna do that right now. I decided to try and pack as light as I possibly could this trip. Normally I got a big luggage. I usually bring a big luggage for my clothes. And then I got a bag that I could use as my carry-on, which has all of my equipment. Cameras, lenses, everything. The bag I usually bring when I go to traveling is a low pro bag. I can't remember the model number, but it is a pretty big backpack that zips from the side / top. Just does a big loop around and it flips out like this, like that. And you just put some stuff in. It holds a couple cameras, some lenses. I've had that thing for a long time. It has laptop support. Then it has a top pouch on the top. Just holds a bunch more things. I can hold so much. I've had that bag probably for like 5 years or so. It's been to a lot of different places, I'll tell you that. It's served me well, but this time I decided to do things a little bit different. I wanted to just bring a backpack. Yeah, since I'm only going 4 days here in Texas, I think I could survive with enough clothes for 4 days in a backpack with the gear that I'm gonna bring. And I want to bring a drone, so I use a backpack as my carry-on item, and then the drone is my personal item because the DJI Phantom 4, the box that it comes in, it is the exact size for a personal item. It fits perfectly in all the measurements for as your personal item. So that is what I brought today, and I did a little bit better organization this time. So let's see what I have in my bag. So first things first, I'm using the Panasonic GH5. You can't see that. So I only brought the one camera just because I want to save space. As my main shooter, and I like it. It's compact. I mean, the autofocus sucks, so vlogging can be a little bit of a trick. And then I'm using for audio the VidMic Micro. I'd show that to you, but again, it's on the camera. It's what I'm using to record this. So maybe I'll just put in some B-roll right now so you can see what I'm talking about. So I brought 3 different lenses. The lens that is mounted directly to the camera right now is just a standard Micro Four Thirds Lumix lens. It is a 12 to 35. 2.8. Great lens. I use it for all the vlogs, all of the talking stuff like I am right now. So it's somewhat compact, so it's a little bit more stealthier. So if you're out filming some people, they don't quite get picked out in the crowd of what you're doing. So I definitely like carrying that around. Plus, it's the only lens that I have with an autofocus function because my other lenses, what I'm about to get to right now, like this guy right here, I'm using this Nikon 50mm 1.8 lens, which is not compatible with the autofocusing and f-stop and all that stuff, because I use an adapter, which is the Metabone Speed Booster, which is on my other lens right now, which is the Nikon 24-120. Great little lens, especially with this speed booster. This is an f4 lens. So those are the lenses that I have with me, but I actually have one more small lens, and you guys have seen this one before. This is the Moondog Labs anamorphic lens for the iPhone. I travel with this a lot. I haven't used it in a while, but I like shooting in that aspect ratio, so I do use it sometimes. I have a GoPro Hero 6, which I've been using it lately for time-lapse stuff of some studio builds that we're doing here, which you can get in different cool places mounted to stuff, which and does great time-lapse functions. The other one is the GoPro Hero Fusion. That is the 360 camera. I haven't used it yet, but I'm forcing myself to use it more because I like the footage, but transferring files is still a pain in the butt. One of the newest additions is this guy right here. This is the Lytra Torch. Is a LED light. It's super bright. So I have a filter on it right now, but this is what it normally comes with, just this. Look at this. Whoa. Whoa. Super bright. Can light up like a lot of things. I haven't had much usage. I have only had it for like a couple of weeks. I have used it a few times in videos as a backlight, so I'll put it up behind me and point it towards a wall, and just to give some background separation, which is really cool. You can add diffusion, like this is just a regular white soft light, and then it has the tip for this extra, like a softbox almost. Different color filters, so you can use red, blue, oranges, different sort of Kelvin temperatures, which is a nice little addition. It has a magnet and has different mounting points. It's super small, it's lightweight, but it is metal, so it's super solid. It's waterproof. So it's definitely a good little addition to bring on to trips. So if you don't want to bring like LED panel lights, this can be a great alternative to that. You know, chargers, basics. You know, lens cloth. You know, basic stuff. And then this guy, this is a Naztec. I am going to do a review on this, but this guy right here is really cool. I'm excited to have this. It's a flash drive for your iPhone. So you can shoot video on your iPhone and then store it on here and put it on your computer and dump it real quick. Or vice versa. So if you got footage on your computer and you want to put it onto your phone or your iPad or whatever, you can do that too. Now, what's neat about this is, like I have also, what I'm about to show you in my pocket, I've been carrying this around for a while, the SanDisk iPhone flash drive thing. You plug into your phone and you got 32 gigabytes of storage. The downside to this thing is you're stuck with 32 gigs. This guy uses a micro SD card. Now it's expandable to 250 some gigs. Now this thing doubles as a media card reader. So if you're flying DJI drones or any sort of drones really that uses micro SDs, you're able to use this as a reader, so you can stick it in here and plug it into your computer. We're going to replace this guy, and this guy saved my butt on many occasions. While I was doing some vlogging with my phone and I ran out of storage, I can dump all the footage onto this guy and continue shooting. This guy will do the same thing, but with more storage capabilities. Got a Zoom H1 recorder, just for external audio recording, because I brought a lav mic, and so if I want to do some external recording, I can do that. And it's small, it's lightweight, it fits in the bag, doesn't take up much space, and you get some great external audio out of this guy. Now, this is another new addition. I've got a couple of things that I've gotten. I'm going to be testing very soon and doing in-depth videos on. I've been wanting to do a full shooting rig for mobile, and this guy right here is something I've just picked up. It is it's made by Rabbi Cool. I don't know. It's a ring light for your phone, but it could work for anything else, I guess. But it has several different settings, but it's a cool little ring light. You can use it as like a side light, set it off to a side. It's pretty dang bright. So you can look how bright that is. It's pretty bright. I like it. And it also doubles as a battery, so you can charge your phone off of it. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's super cheap. It was like 10 bucks. So I'm gonna do a really cool in-depth video on this. It just clamps to your phone, and so you can shoot through it. And then with a couple other rigs that I've got that I'm going to do a video on that too as well. But this is the newest edition. It's small, it's lightweight, stick in your pocket. Because as you know, when you're traveling, lighting can be an issue, and especially when you don't want to be bringing giant LED panels. So this is a great small alternative to LED panels. GoPro mount clip for your hat. That, or other things. I use this on like window louvers for like shades and things. This clamp's come in handy a lot. It rotates so you can get several different angles. Super cool. There's also a lot of things are now becoming GoPro compatible, and it has nothing to do with GoPro. For example, the Lytra torch has a mount for GoPro, so I could stick this on here and wear it on my hat. So I like having GoPro mounted type things with me when I'm traveling. And something that's always usually overlooked for traveling that I tend to bring a little bit extra, because either if I lose one or if other people are needing one, are these guys, this USB power bricks for charging devices. So I keep several of these with me. I think I got 3 or 4 of them with me. They're small, they don't take up any space, and they come in handy. So I like having these. And I also brought this. You probably think it's just cash. Yes, when I travel, I tend to I've had this in my bag for a long time. 4 years maybe. There's a bunch of different smaller denominations. I've got some 5s and a bunch of 1s. You're probably thinking, why do you do that? Emergency money. If you are out and you don't have cash, or a lot of places don't take over like certain bills, like 20s. Sometimes there's places that don't take $20 bills, such as meters for parking, just different things. So having $1 bills and $5 bills is a great thing to keep in your bag, because if you run out of cash, or places don't take cards, you can just go in your bag and grab it. Don't keep a lot. I keep about 20 bucks just in my bag, and so if I ever need it, I got it. So I always travel with extra cash. And then I brought a selfie stick. What I use it for is my 360 stuff. So it extends so I can stick it up really high, mount it to something, because then it also can double as a boom pole, so you can stick your microphone on it. And then you can just have it in your shot and stuff. So it has some multi-functions, and I love traveling with a selfie stick. And I also brought this guy, and this is also like a small little tripod. I like this one because the center of gravity to this one is so low. The camera's almost on the ground, and the legs are really long, so it has great stability. It's not gonna get knocked over. It's not gonna just fall over. And the ball head on this thing, this is an Evo, is crazy strong. I can mount my camera pretty much with anything that I have. Even my giant shooting rig, I've mounted to this and it stayed on there. So I love traveling with this one. The gripping it, so I use it as like a selfie stick for when I'm vlogging. It's not really that ergonomically, so it feels weird in the hand. The Manfrotto one fits perfect, and it's just a lot more comfortable. But I prefer using this one over that one just because of that. So those are the only tripods I brought. I don't have a GorillaPods, but that's probably gonna be something I'll be picking up pretty soon. I kind of hated them originally, but now I'm seeing why they're so popular and why people use them so I think I'll probably end up breaking down and picking one of those up. Then I got 2 things here that I use for charging, just power banks. This is just like a generic, I don't even think this has a brand name, it's all in Chinese. But it says it's 50,000 milliamp hours. I've had this for several years. It works great. I can charge my phone and my iPad like a bunch of times on this thing. But I also got this guy, this was a Kickstarter thing. This is the Omni Charge. I was super pumped for this. I remember seeing it come out for the videos, and I was this close to buying one. And when I saw this laying around at David's place, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have one of those. How do you like it? And David said he didn't like it at all. So like, can I try it out? So he gave it to me to try out. And I've used it a few times. And it's okay. It claims that you can charge your, any device on this. It has 2 USB ports, and it has a outlet plug, like a 120 volt regular, like 3-prong power cord plug-in for charging. I have not tried charging a laptop on it, so I just have my doubts on that. It says you could charge your iPad, I think 1.5 times. it just doesn't seem like it, because the milliamp hours of this thing, it's 13,600 milliamp hours. This is 50,000 milliamp hours, by the way. So I don't know, but it is rugged. It's super strong, and plus it has this really cool meter on there, so it tells you exactly what it's going on with it. Just to use a little bit more and see if I like it. So it's kind of in beta if I'm even going to be continuing to use this for my trips. I have the camera set up on my DJI Phantom 4 and on this end table that I pulled from the side of the bed just so I can get this shot, because there's a window with light coming through and it looks beautiful, but the sun is going down, so the light's changing a little bit, so I'm kind of having to adjust the ISO level on here. But I did bring my Phantom. Next thing is external storage. I got a Seagate? Yeah, I got a Seagate. It's a 2 terabyte, just a regular hard drive, just for backing up my storage and stuff. And I also got this guy. This is the newest thing. I literally bought this for the trip. It's a SanDisk 500 gigabyte SSD. Super thin, lightweight. I'll be able to edit videos off of this thing because I just recently acquired, thank you to Luria over Live Streaming Pros, a Microsoft Surface Book 2, and it only has 256 gigabytes of SSD storage, so that's not enough. And I don't think I can edit video off of one of these hard drives. I don't think these are fast enough, at least for what I'm trying to do. But this will, because it's an SSD, it's super fast. So that's why I had to pick up one of these. It is only 500 gigabytes, but man, it's all I can afford. Anything over 500 gigabytes is just almost untouchable. It's so expensive, like 200 bucks, 300 bucks for like a terabyte. It's crazy. But the Microsoft Surface Book is amazing. I am loving it. I still got to work on some other programs, see if it works on there. But so far, loving that thing. But I can't expand the storage on that. So that's where these are going to come in handy, just so I can edit and whatnot off of that book. Also got headphones. These are just the Beats by Dre. I know a lot of people are like, why do you have Beats? But these actually sound really good. I like these. Use them a lot. I've had them for years, and they always come with me. And here's the bag that I'm bringing. It says everything in it. Is a Swiss Tech. I got this from David actually, and I like this bag a lot. It's got a lot of storage. It has this awesome like metal wiring for the handle. You can actually just like tie this to something with another cable and lock it in place. Like when you're in hotels and stuff, good idea if you're gonna leave your bag, tie it to the bed or something in here. And this thing, it's a cable. It's literally a metal cable that's attached to this bag, so you can lock it up and keep it from getting stolen. But there's a lot of different storage. It has a shock absorbing straps, so it takes the load off when you're walking. It's got many different padding. It fits a huge laptop. I think this will probably fit like a 15 and up inch laptop, maybe more. I definitely love using this bag. Tons of cool storage in here. But I do like it, and this is what I just started using for carrying all my stuff on my trips. Normally I use this Low Pro bag, which I like, but it's pretty bulky. It sticks out the back like that far, and you try to turn around in a plane, you're just hitting people in the face, and babies are crying, and the plane crashes and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get away from that bag, finding something else. So I'm in limbo on bags for travel, but I definitely am liking this one. So I'll be doing a little bit more in depth on the baggage stuff here in the future. I do have one more camera, and it's this guy right here. So this is the Theta V. This is the 360 camera. I love this camera. I use this 360 camera way more than the GoPro Fusion. This takes stunning pictures. It does great video, but I can't use it for video, at least for video with audio, because David actually gave this to me, and he dropped it and it like split in half, and he snapped it back together, and it's been fine. But he apparently, when in that process, the microphones got covered up or something, so there's no audio. It sounds like it sounds horrible. So no audio that can be used from this thing. I've been wanting to crack it back open and see if I can fix it. I just haven't had any time. But I love this thing. Alright, lastly, what I brought is something a little bit interesting. It's this stuff right here. These are just the batteries for my cameras, and these are the various wires and cables and whatnot for, and the lav mics in there, just for the stuff I brought. But what I'm mainly showing you for are these bags. These bags are clear, as you can see, which is amazing. It's brilliant. When I saw these sitting on the shelf, I happened to be walking through the cosmetic aisle because I was going for a shortcut at the grocery store. I saw these, I'm like, no way, that's brilliant. You can see your stuff. You can see your shit that's in these bags, which is amazing. You look in the bag and all your stuff is just in your backpack. It's like, what do we got? It's just wires and things laying in there. Oh, what's the first thing you do? You put it in a smaller bag for organization. You can't see your stuff when it's in a bag. You can just glance in here, see if the thing that you're looking for is in that bag. It just blew my mind when I saw this. So I bought a bunch of them, and this is the first time I've actually taken them on the trip. But these are always going to be with me. They're thin. You can stack them up, slide them in. And I think I got a couple packs of them. They're like $8. Super cheap. So if you can find any like these clear bags, I totally recommend these for when you travel. It keeps things organized, and you can see your stuff when it's in the bag. So that's what's in my bag, everything I brought to Texas with me. What'd you guys think? Do you want to see some more of these videos in the future? If so, leave some comments below. And leave some comments below as to what you bring when you go on your trips. I love seeing what everyone brings because I'm always looking to improve what I bring on my trips, and I'm sure everyone else is. That's probably why you're watching this video. Like, yo, maybe I learned something new. Maybe I'll start bringing extra cash, because I think that is a great tip that I can pass on to you guys. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and consider joining the Geeks Life community, because this channel is funded by you guys, and thank you so much. Would love to have you guys join on up. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Woo!